a van carrying about 7 people went into White Oak Bayou.
Some dramatic moments that you've been witnessing here on Fox 26 the past half hour. Sally McDonald is live on the scene. She's telling us exactly what's happening. Sally, good morning to you. I'm glad you've made your way out there. And we are just watching some incredible video of the Bayou of them trying to get, it looks like perhaps the most injured victim onto a backboard and into that dinghy.
Difficult for us to actually see the van from our vantage point. They're keeping us back a little ways, but that's where they're working, guys, right over in that area there. You can see just how steep of an embankment it is. I mean, we're talking 20 to 30 feet down there is where they are working, and it's incredibly steep. We have been told that all 7 people on board that van have been accounted for now, and they have a variety of injuries. We've seen one by one loaded into an ambulance here from head to toe. They have been injured, whether it's cuts and scrapes, perhaps broken bones, or other more serious injuries, because this fall that they took was quite dramatic. I want to, if we can get our photographer Gil to show you exactly what we believe happened so far. They were traveling on the southbound service road here of the North Freeway, so going southbound on the North Freeway service road, when for some unknown reason they lost control and came over here into the cavalcade lanes and then actually went through this guardrail, through this guard fence, over the top of this fence, and did like a double backflip into the bayou. So, I mean, depending on, you know, whether they were wearing seat belts or not, I mean, you can just imagine what a rough ride that was and the extent of their injuries down there as they tumbled. But we've been watching this incredibly dramatic scene playing out here. Law enforcement, fire trucks, ambulances, all on the scene as they try to make sure that there was, in fact, only 7 people in that van. That was what their biggest concern was, that there could be someone who was unaccounted for. But now they do believe that they do have everyone out of that van.
Good morning, everyone. We have been covering some breaking news in North Houston near Interstate 45 in Cavalcade, where a van fell into White Oak Bayou.
It has been some dramatic moments unfolding on Fox 26 this morning. Sally McDonald showing us just a few minutes ago what they think happened, and it just is truly remarkable how this van just went barreling off into the bayou, fell about 30 feet, flipped over, luckily landed upright, but it has just been remarkable to see the workers pulling them out one by one. We understand there are some serious injuries, and right now they are pulling out the 7th and the last victim of this very serious accident. We will continue to follow it throughout this morning. Again, know that Sally McDonald is there and keeping an eye on what's happening. Sally, you're closer up on the bank where the victim is being taken into the ambulance right now?
Yes, we believe that this is the 7th person who is inside that vehicle, the last person who is inside that vehicle being taken right now into an ambulance. The extent of the injuries range from, you know, broken bones, cuts and bruises. You can see there on this gentleman, it looks like he had some scrapes there on his face because they did take quite a tumble there. The good news in all of this is that they believe all 7 people who were on board that van have now been accounted for. But what a day, what a way rather to start off their workday, that's for sure. The Houston Fire Department is doing an excellent job out here. I mean, they're working a combination of scenes. They've got a motor vehicle accident, they've got a water rescue, they've also had to work on this really steep embankment over here. It's slippery, it's been hard for them to get their footing, so they had used both a ladder and a small boat to make these rescues. The good news also, everyone is breathing and conscious, we are told. But again, this was about a 20 to 30 foot drop. I want to recap exactly how police are telling us this happened. This van was driving along the southbound service road of the North Freeway, possibly at a high rate of speed, when for unknown reasons lost control and crossed over into the lanes of Cavalcade, then slammed into this metal guardrail and hopped the fence here, doing a double backflip and then landing in the water upright. If this van had not landed upright, this scene could have been very different. The Houston Fire Department could have been working 7 drownings instead of a rescue situation here. So again, they're trying to make sure right now that everyone has been accounted for. They did ask the people inside how many people were inside. They said 7. They have made 7 rescues, but again, they want to make extra sure that there is no one else around. So a dive team is coming out here to make sure, to look around the vehicle and just make sure there are no other occupants. And then at that time, hopefully a wrecker driver is going to be able to hook this van up and pull it out of the bayou. But a really dramatic scene unfolding here. Several lanes of the feeder roads have been blocked off. So if you are going to be in the area of the North Freeway and Cavalcade, keep in mind traffic is really heavy around here. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Sally McDonald. She will be staying out at that scene to monitor the situation until it ends this morning. And you know, this was a situation that was brought to us by our traffic authority, Michelle Merhar. She was just covering a whole bunch of flashing lights. There wasn't much information. Then when Skyfox panned down to the scene, we saw exactly what was going on.
Yeah, this is pretty much exactly what we saw when this all unfolded about 30 minutes ago. You can see the fire department pulling up on the scene. This is 45, the North Freeway at Cavalcade, right where Sally McDonald is. Just a couple of frontage road lanes are blocked. You can get through if you need to continue southbound toward town, but it does look like access through Cavalcade is blocked off at this time. There's another view of what is happening down below this scene that you could see on top of the roadway there at 45 and Cavalcade. This is live from Skyfox, so that rescue operation obviously still very much underway, as Sally was just telling us.
Dramatic rescue of 7 people after their van plunged into a bayou.
Skyfox was over the scene all morning long, and we had those Fox 26 cameras rolling the entire time. Right now, we're going to check in with Sally McDonald, who's live on the still very active scene from what we could see just a few minutes ago. Sally.
Yeah, that's right. All 7 people on board this van have now been rescued, and now the focus is turning toward getting it out of the bayou. You can see over here we've got this heavy-duty recovery wrecker that's actually going to be lifting. As you can see right now, the front end of this van is coming out of the water as we speak right now. This is also turning into a very dramatic scene as they work to prep this vehicle to get it lifted out of the bayou. This all happening just before 7 this morning. The van was traveling on the southbound service road when it lost control somehow and smashed into the guardrail there just beneath this wrecker, and then tumbled over the fence, down the embankment, actually flipped over, and then amazingly landed upright in the bayou. We watched all morning long from Skyfox as a dramatic rescue unfolded as the Houston Fire Department worked to get all of those on board out safely. I want to bring in, as we watch this van continue to be pulled out of the bayou, Rescue Chief Bob Branch to talk a little bit more about how his guys were able to pull off this rescue. Good work this morning to all of you.
Hey, thanks.
All right, so how did you guys work to do this? I know you trained for this. You have a boat on board the fire truck. You know, how did you get them all out safely?
Well, let's start with, we have a boat on board, all 3 rescue trucks, because engine company was here first, assessed the situation. We had 7 people on top of a van. It was down in the bayou. Obviously, we had to make a determination how we're going to go get them. We initially deployed a 24-foot extension ladder. We're able to go on the van, assess them, and then from there, we deployed the boat to bring the last 3 over that had to be brought over on Stokes basket.
Okay. Obviously, we saw what a dramatic tumble this was, and it's amazing that all 7 are alive right now. They have an extent of injuries, though, ranging from bumps and bruises, I'm sure, to perhaps even broken bones.
I didn't really assess the patients. Yeah, there was some lacerations, some cuts. So yeah, they're pretty fortunate all in all, considering the mechanism of injury and the tumble that the van took landing in the water.
And now I know this isn't your investigation. HPD will investigate, right, how exactly this happened. But from what you've been told, they did tumble over this guardrail, right?
It looks like they did a complete 360 front to back over and landing in the bayou, wheels up, or wheels on the ground.
Wheels on the ground. That's what's so amazing about all of this, I know. Okay, and so how did you guys prep this van to get it out of the water? Was there quite a bit of work you had to do before you were able to hook it up?
No, not at all. We already had rescue members on top of the van. They just secured 2 tow straps, 1 to each A-frame, and we secured it to the rotator wrecker, and they lifted it out of the bayou. That's a pretty strong machine there.
It sure is. All right. Well, Bob Branch, thanks so much. We appreciate all the work that your guys did out here today. Guys, again, all 7 people on board that van were pulled to safety. They are all at the hospital now undergoing treatment.
Yeah. All right, some dramatic moments again, Sally, when we thought it couldn't get any more dramatic, of watching how they're pulling that huge van up that steep hill.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to watch them do something like this. I'll tell you what, especially because that embankment is 30 feet down there, and so everybody's been sticking around this scene to see exactly how they were going to pull it up.
Well, we're glad that all of the victims are at the hospital being treated now, and hopefully they will be taken care of quickly and all okay, because we sort of get personally involved in these stories. As Sally, as you know, when you're out there, your heart goes out to them, and you certainly hope the best for anybody in a situation like this.
You always look forward to a positive outcome, especially when something like this, which could have been a tragedy. Thank you, Sally McDonald, reporting live.